Well, hello folks, and welcome back. Thumbnail gives it all away, so no sense beating around the bush. We are en route, just leaving Bridgewater now. We are en route to Title Tractor up in the valley, again, to purchase another piece of equipment. So this time it is the SY-80U with the rubber tracks. So 8-ton again, so that gives me the Kubota 080, that gives me the Sany 95, 9.2 ton, and then that gives me the Sany SY-80. Limited tail swing machine, rubber tracks. So this kind of sort of came out of nowhere. My wife actually, she mentioned, she's like, you know, you got a lot of work on the go, you might need to get another machine. And I was like, okay, because for her to propose that is strange. I mean, she's definitely the one in the family that contains the spending, and you know, always like thinks things really hard through. I'm kind of a spur of the moment kind of guy to a point. She's trained me to not be that way, but anyway, yeah, she said you're probably gonna need another machine. So I actually sat down and I wrote down all the jobs that I have lined up, and then outside of the tower work, and I was like, holy cow, yeah, you're right, I definitely need another machine. So I'm starting to get into like a lot of septics, more land clearing and stuff, like all the time. Still have a lot of tower work. We're doing some highway, like DOT type work now. We're busy. We're certainly busy. So there's options for machines, and the 3 machines that I was looking at was the SY-135, so you know, 13-14 ton, with tail swing. The SY-155, you know, basically same size, 34,000 pound machine, limited tail swing. That was the most expensive one. And then the SY-80 with the rubber track. And I came really close to getting the 135 or the 155, but I do not want to buy a tandem this year. I'm trying to hold off as long as I can from getting a tandem. I'm trying to hold off. I hire trucks. I've got lots of guys that are really great that they hire trucks, and I spoke to them all and I said, listen, if I buy this 14-ton machine, can you guys give me a hand floating it around to sites? And they were like, yep, no problem. They all agreed, you know, we'll do the best we can. But in the end, I decided for at least one more year, or however long, that I'm gonna try to get away with a machine the size that I can float myself. So I decided on the 80, and the reason why I decided on the 80, 2 reasons. So one, obviously I can float it around, and it's got more flow. So it's got more flow, and it's got primary and secondary auxiliaries already hooked up. That's why I chose the 80 and the rubber track option. That's why I chose the 80 over the 95. Because I would have bought another 95. So I was actually going to put the mulcher originally on the 95, and now I'm going to put it on the 80. So I've got the mulcher on the deck right now. I'm heading the Title Tractor. I'm going to pick up the excavator. It doesn't have the thumb mounted on it yet. I'm taking out to my buddy's shop in New Ross, Hughes Diesel. He's going to gear the thumb up, and then I'm going to get the mulcher geared up all at the same time. So, yeah, I mean, let's go pick this thing up. Okay, well, here we are. Again. Oh, they got a 327 New Holland skid steer. Okay. Let's see if we can make this turn. All right, we made it. It's jam-packed in here right now. Holy crap. We got some serious business going on. She is a busy, busy, busy spot. That is for sure. All right, so let's take a look at the machines that I almost bought before we look at the one that I did buy. So this is the 135. This is about 20 grand cheaper than this guy. Same horsepower, a little more reach, but it's got a lot more tail swing. If you look at it, it's hanging out over the back. So of course, when you swing sideways, it's out over your tracks. And this right here is the other one that I was looking at. That's the 155, and you can see quite a bit of difference. This one here weighs about 2,000 pounds more, and it's about 20 grand more to buy it. This one here is like the new model of the 135. It's got the backup camera, and it's the sides are rounded. They didn't used to be. They used to be just straight across, like the 95 is, like the 75 is, but now they made them more rounded in the back end, and it's got a bit of a different different cab in here. They finally got some cup holders where you can actually get at them. So there's the two machines that I almost bought. Now let's go look at the one that I did buy. All right, so there she is, the SY-80U rubber track. So they got the bucket on it. I went with a 36-inch bucket. They recommend 30-inch buckets on these machines, but I run 36-inch on all of my 8-ton, 9 tons, whatever. We got the thumb there ready to go. It's a 2-tine. Couldn't get the 4-tine right now, so I got the 2-tine, and I'll probably end up swapping that out later on, or get 2 more welded on the outside. We got the mulcher ready to go. Mulcher's going on this thing. Jump inside here for a second. So the cab is a bit different than in the 95. This is all like integrated into the actual machine on the 95. We have a cup holder. Look at that. The controls are a bit different here. This is like my 080. The whole thing folds down compared to just the safety bar. This one, the boom articulates. So that's this guy right here. The foot pedals in these things are still uncomfortable tracking backwards. They still do this. So this is gonna have to get modified for me. The bars are too bent. It comes in too close for me. And honestly, if the foot pedal was cut off right about there, it'd be a lot more comfortable than trying to do this. Anyway, that's the only gripe I have about these machines, to be honest. But very similar in here to my 080. It's got a shade that goes through here, sunshade. That's pretty cool, actually. I haven't seen that before. But anyway, I'm interested to put this thing to work to see what the power is. It actually has 1 more horsepower than what the 95 does, and it's about 1,000 pounds less than the 95. What was I just gonna show? Okay, well, we got primary and secondary auxiliary ports already ready to rock and roll. That's good. They didn't have time to clean this machine up and wash it, because I said, get it ready. I don't care if it's dirty, just get it ready. I need it like now. Everything is steel on this thing. So compared to my 080, the sides are plastic. Everything is steel on here. It's actually funny how these are, you know, the same concept, but they're just different. Everything about them is just slightly different than my 080. But anyway, there it is. No backup camera on this one, but you gotta love the limited tail swing. Yeah, that's a good feature. This is so much better than my 080. The space in between here to clean your tracks, I love that they do this on these machines. This makes it so much easier to clean the tracks. But anyway, that is it for the little walk around. I'm not going to get to put this to work right now because I need to take it directly to the shop to get the thumb mounted and get the mulcher plumbed and geared up on this thing, so next week it can go to work. But hey, there is the new machine. Okay, well, let's get on out of here. Way to go. More money down, but gives us the ability to make a bit more. So let's see how this thing hauls. She's about 1,000 pounds lighter than my 95. Got the mulcher on the front and the thumb on there. That ain't much, but feels good. Definitely feels a bit lighter. I can tell that right now. Whew, the old valley smell. They're in the process of spraying all the fertilizers, and woo, is it ever yummy. Okay, so here we are getting ready. Oh, thanks, man. Seriously, nobody behind me. Getting ready to pull up over South Mountain, and you know, I've pulled the 080 up here, and I pulled the 95 up here in this truck. So I have some reference to see how this thing hauls going up this hill, other than hitting bumps like crazy. This will be my first time, I think, hauling gear up this hill with the 265s on. 7th gear right now, 2,000 RPM, 70 kilometers an hour. Drop down to 6. My foot is not buried. I'm not going to do that to the truck. Holding steady at 70, and that's the speed limit here. So I am not holding anybody up at all. Fan just kicked on. Temps are still good. I don't know what the trans temp is, but 70 kilometers an hour up over South Mountain with roughly 30,000 pounds behind the truck with 265 tires on. Gotta like it. Gotta like it. Alright, so before I get too far into this video, I mean, it's getting close to the end of this video, but I wanted to give a huge thanks to Steve Kempton. Again, my sales guy that I deal with at Title Tractor. Between him and Gary, I'm not sure of Gary's last name, but if Steve's not available, Gary's there, always more than willing to help. Dave, the parts guy, like, those guys are awesome. They're awesome. They make it an easy decision for me to return and buy another product from them. So basically a year ago, it was actually a year ago yesterday since I bought the 95. So imagine that. So since then, I've bought my New Holland 345 skid steer, and now this excavator. And through Zach, the service guy, the technician who's no longer there, unfortunately, but from him to Gary to Steve to Dave, to everybody there, they've been awesome to deal with. And of course, you know, the price is a big thing too. Like, these things are priced very good. But if I bought my 95 at a good price, and then I had terrible service or terrible interactions with sales and parts and all that stuff, I wouldn't be returning and buying another product. But these guys make it easy. Honestly, they're a pleasure to deal with. They make it easy to return. So thank you to everybody at Title Tractor. I'll put like a link to their website, and I'll put Steve Kempton's contact info down below. I know that since I bought my machine, I've sent quite a few guys his way, and everyone says the same thing. He is awesome to deal with, straight up, tells you how it is, and makes things happen. So just wanted to throw that all out there. For anyone local looking for a piece of equipment, don't overlook these guys, that's for sure. Alright, so here we are out here to Hughes Diesel, New Ross. And here's where the machine's gonna live for the weekend. Get it back, it will look a little different. Have the thumb on, be plumbed and ready to go for the mulcher. Okay, well, there's the trailer back in its perch, ready for the next trip. Love this thing. Absolutely love this trailer. That there, it's treated me good, but whew, this is a beauty. All right, so the only thing left to really get geared around is this guy right here. I got all the hoses, all the fittings finally that it adapts to the mulcher. So we are pretty much ready to rock and roll on this guy right here. The only thing is the wiring is different in here than what's on my machine. So it would raise the gate up, but it won't lower the gate down. So right now it's stuck up in the air. But anyway, folks, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm heading back to the cottage. John's back there with the 345, the skid steer. We got gravel coming today to fix up the road at the cottage. So stay tuned. I'll probably post a little update video on the cottage road. But that's gonna do it for this one. So yeah, another Sany rubber track for the reasons that I had mentioned. Excited to put it to work, excited to get that mulcher on it. It's got more flow than the 95. It's got the primary and secondary hydraulics already run, plumbed, so that's sweet. Limited tail swing. I'm hoping it's gonna work out. If the first one did, hopefully this one does. But anyway, folks, that is going to do it for this video. So until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you then. Bye.